Hello, fellow warriors against consensus reality, lovers of truth, wisdom, the pursuit of the inner esoteric path, lovers of irreverence and sarcasm, and hecklers of the totalitarian clown world we're finding ourselves in. Yeah, I was watching a video from one of the new breed of MGTOW content creators about certain parts of Britain being, what was the phrase used? Being man deserts, and 65% of families in this area being single mothers and all the rest of that, and no male role models and blah 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 blah. And of course that got me thinking about my own past, my own childhood, my own life journey through the various traumas, and the fact that I'm actually alive today and have my sanity intact is a miracle in itself. Let me put it that way. And when a person goes through such trials and tribulations from earliest childhood, you do learn a few things along the way. So I suppose the for Odin, the price for gaining wisdom was one of his eyes. For me, it was years and years of trauma and dealing with it, with its aftershocks and results to this very day. But that's a price I was more than willing to pay in the scheme of things in hindsight. And it's kind of interesting when these kind of videos focus on so many young men growing up without a father. Well, mine died when I was 2 years old, and it wasn't a tragedy because he was an abusive asshole who only cared about himself. See, the Greek migrants back then, they would gather at I suppose in English what you would call a coffee shop, even though it really wasn't like a cafe that you would expect. It was a group of guys playing cards and whatever and smoking and all the rest of it. And that's what he spent most of his time doing. He didn't give a fuck about his wife. He didn't give a fuck about his 4 young children. All he cared about was being abusive to my mother and spending time and money playing cards with the mates. So it probably is best that he died when he did, in my case, because it was, I know now looking back, it was either me or him. So that was actually a blessing. I don't remember the man. He doesn't deserve to be remembered, and that's the way it is. You guys with loving fathers and good memories and relationships with your fathers, you have no fucking idea how lucky you actually are. You have no idea how lucky you are. And that's life. But male role models. Well, let's see. Yeah, he's probably found his way over here and sort of secretly watching this video as well. Talking about my older brother. Don't have a cow and don't be a little bitch on Facebook this time, okay? For fuck's sake. Let's see. He spent the first 25 plus years of my life putting me down any way he could and ridiculing anything I liked or was interested in, to the point where I grew up with no self-esteem, no confidence, and I'm at the stage now in my life where I'm facing the task of building both of these things totally from scratch. No other male role models around, and throughout school and high school, the only other males I came into contact with were the racist little cunts who spent all their time during the hell of school to get as many people, because they were cowards on one, of course, getting as many people from my year as possible to spend all my time there, putting me down, making racist, condescending little comments here and there, and alienating me and making me the butt of their jokes for 6 years. Well, 5.5. Because by year 11 they thought, oh, okay, well, we can be friends now. I wanted to punch them. I said, well, you know what? You people can go fuck yourself. I just want to get the fuck out of here. And, throughout primary school as well, that wasn't fun. There was no best friend from earliest childhood that I grew up with. You guys who have that have no idea how lucky you are as well. So yeah, I basically had myself to rely on, well, all of my life, right? The only male role models I had later on as I developed throughout my spiritual life were the various gods that I began to respect. We don't really use the word worship, because that's more, the connotation of that is the pathetic Abrahamic gobshite idea of groveling on the ground, telling said deity how worthless you are, and kissing their feet and, oh, please help me, and blah blah blah. No, we don't do that. That's fucking pathetic. Well, what does one expect when one's deity is fixated on the male foreskin? For fuck's sake. I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, who visits unto the 3rd and 4th generations punishments of those that hate me. Yeah, can you fucking feel the love? You want to keep worshiping a sadistic asshole? Go right ahead. But, the only male role models I had were via the archetypes and the various gods whom introduced themselves along the way. And human male role models, nobody, not one, growing up. And that's had its challenges, I suppose, but it's also enabled me to get in touch with certain layers of knowledge, wisdom, and creativity. So I'm thankful. I really am. Because if all these things didn't happen to me, I wouldn't have been me. And I would be just another guy, probably married with children in a boring job, paying off a mortgage, doing the usual fucking normal shit that normie gobshites do, which I don't understand. I see these people in town all the time, and they're like another species to me, right? What do these people even talk about? I have no fucking idea. Their jobs, their home improvements. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, and of course the wives or girlfriends sort of secretly ridiculing their boyfriends or husbands or partners to the girlfriends and comparing dick sizes. I know, because I've been going to cafes for since I was 17, 18, and I heard what these cunts talk about in all those years. But what you find yourself in, I suppose, the whole point, the nugget of learning from all this rambling is, regardless of your life circumstances, there's actually opportunities in everything you go through in your own set of circumstances to learn, gain wisdom, and grow. And that is the most important thing. I mean, you can find anything in your boring, humdrum daily life to learn from. Whatever little thing annoys you, that's actually an opportunity to learn something. And if your life isn't going in the direction that you want it to, and you're experiencing perhaps depression, anxiety, any other number of the wide range of wonderful negative mind states that we experience, chances are your higher self, your infinite awareness within, your source of guidance, etc., 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 is probably trying to tell you that you have things that you need to change, which is why your subconscious and higher self are enabling you to experience these unpleasant things, these unpleasant mind states, because we are a very stubborn species. It's the only way we learn, by going through hell. I know it sounds stupid, but that's just the way we are as human beings. So if your life is shit, or certain parts of your life is shit, you've got some important lessons to learn. And learn them you must if you wish to find any level of peace of mind, or dare I say it, happiness or joy in your life. But things to think about perhaps. And always seek for the answers within, because you already have the knowledge you need. Alright? You don't need external validation. You've already got the guidance and the knowledge within available to you if you wish it. And those who have followed me here, by the way, to this Pagan Monk channel, thank you very much. You're fucking legends. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how my main channel is still targeted by the Gestapo powers that be at Hunger Games Tube. Right. My little 420 sub channel is such a big fucking threat, right? Fun. That really amuses me to no end. Meanwhile, my little 81 sub channel has as many views as certain fake life coaches who have apparently 4.3k subs. Actually, one of my videos had two views more, so put that in your pipe and smoke it, you dopey gobshite. Just remember, to speak the truth is a lonely path, and a very unpopular path. The sarcastic lone wolf on guitar. Out.